and I wanted to come on to talk to you about list building and lead magnets that you use to grow your email list. So first, let's talk about list building. There's so much value in building a list of people who may become or already are your ICA. These people may not be ready to buy from you, but by nurturing them through email marketing over time, many of them are going to become your customers, your clients. Many people have gone so far as to say that if you don't have a list, you don't have an online business, and they've got a good point. In many ways, the value of your business is contained in your email list. There are 3 steps you'll need to take before you can start building your email list. The first is build your website, or at a minimum, build your landing pages. Secondly, choose your content platform. And then thirdly, choose your email service provider. So let's take a few minutes to explore all 3. Step 1, build your website. If you don't have one, you'll need one, but don't fret. Getting a website has never been easier than it is now. You don't need anything elaborate. Start simple and get fancy later. Step 2, decide on your content platform. This refers to the way in which you'll create weekly, regular, consistent content. Your content platform will either be a blog or a podcast or probably a weekly video. I'd highly recommend you do at least one of these in addition to all the work that you're doing on social media. Original content is key to list building success. It's the magic ingredient. It'll help you not only build your email list, but turn your subscribers into raving fans. And it's for that reason that I encourage you to create original content every single week. This is the attraction factor that will have all your ideal clients and your customers flock into your website and landing pages and social media. Why is this important right now? Because your weekly original content will live on your website. What I mean by live on your website is that your website is the place where you post your blog, you post your podcast, or you put your videos. That's why now is the time to decide which platform is best for you, depending on whether you want to create a weekly blog, a weekly podcast, or a weekly video. If you're sitting there wondering which option would be most effective, here's a quick rundown of each to get you thinking. If you're a naturally talented copywriter who communicates better through writing than through verbal conversations, then a blog might be the perfect fit for you. Blogs are a great entry point into content creation. They're easy to produce, have a very low barrier to entry, and allow you to repurpose past material that you've already created. So long as you stay focused on consistency of blog creation and targeting what your ICA is asking, blogs are extremely effective as a content strategy. Now, podcasts. There are some great benefits to having podcasts. People get to hear your voice on their daily commute, in the bath, while they're walking the dog. They start to feel connected to you simply because they've heard your voice. For many people, it's easier to record your voice than to write a blog post. You can host your podcast for free on iTunes, Spotify, and Google, which will automatically help you attract a larger audience. Finally, weekly videos. The final content platform you might want to consider is creating a video weekly. This is where you share a new video as your original weekly content. Share it on your website and on your own channel on YouTube. Video is a powerful way to build a deeper relationship with your audience, and many people prefer to watch video as their favourite way of consuming content. While it requires a bit more effort than the other 2 options, video creates a strong level of connection with your viewer and allows you to show your personality and your expertise like nothing else. So now let's talk about another essential part of your online business foundation. And that's step 3, deciding upon and setting up your email service provider. First, just to be absolutely clear, an email service provider is software that allows you to collect names and emails so you can in turn send emails to your new subscribers. If you want to grow an email list, and you really do, then this tool is a must-have. Getting an email service provider properly set up and integrated with your website and other content you create around the web isn't as hard as it seems. In truth, one of the hardest parts is choosing from the plethora of options that appear when you Google email service provider. There's a load of ESPs to choose from, but the 2 I recommend are KAJABI and CONVERTKIT. Both can serve as your email service provider, but will also help you with your email marketing strategies. Both do much more than just collect and send emails for you, so I suggest you check them both out for the other functions that they offer and how they match what your offer is. So let's now talk about lead magnets. A lead magnet goes by many other different names, such as a freebie or a free opt-in or a free offer or a giveaway. No matter what you call it, it's a necessary list building asset to build, grow and scale your online business. Specifically, and here's the crux of the matter, a lead magnet is a valuable piece of content that you give to your audience for free in exchange for their name and email address. A successful lead magnet primes your ideal customer to engage with your brand. It also warms up your audience so they ultimately become your best customers. When your ICA dives into your free lead magnet, you want them to say, wow, I can't believe this is free. It's such incredible value. If this is free, imagine what the paid stuff it looks like. Even if you're not ready to sell anything, your lead magnet can be warming up your audience. An irresistible lead magnet begins to tackle one of the most relevant challenges that your avatar faces. It's also a good representation of your brand, and it has a wide reach with your target audience. So how do you decide on what to use as a lead magnet? Here are 5 questions that can help you with deciding on the topic of your irresistible lead magnet. Number 1, what are the most common questions I'm constantly asked about when I tell people what I do in my business? Number 2, what are my avatar's biggest pain points and or desires? What would help ease their pain or help to fulfill a desire? Number 3, what content will be so valuable that my avatar would say, I can't believe this is free? Number 4, where can I start the conversation while also adding massive value? Specifically, what small but significant step can I help my avatar take right now to move them closer to buying from me in the future? And number 5, what does my avatar need to understand, be aware of, or believe in order to want or need my program, my product or service? If your plan is to sell a digital online course, what small action can you help your avatar take right now that will move them closer to wanting to go deeper into getting results with your help? This final question takes things one step further by examining your end game. At this moment, you might not be ready to sell anything. You might want to focus on building your list, and that's a great plan. On the other side, you might be actively selling a digital course, a coaching package, or some type of service. No matter where you are, consider what you're selling now or plan to sell down the road. Your core lead magnet should complement or align with the product, program, or service that you plan to sell. Once you have answers to these 5 questions, then you're ready to decide on what format you'll use to deliver your lead magnet. So let me know, what are you planning to use as a lead magnet?